Scriptures not to worry. John 14:27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. 1 Peter 5:6-7. Therefore humble yourselves, lower yourselves in your own estimation, under the mighty hand of God, that in due time He may exalt you, casting the whole of your care, all of your anxieties, all of your worries, all of your concerns, once and for all, on Him. For He cares for you affectionately and cares about you watchfully. Psalms 55:22. Cast your burdens on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He shall never permit the righteous to be moved. Isaiah 26:3-4. You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you. Trust in the Lord forever, for in the Lord is everlasting strength. Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose. Philippians 4:19. And my God shall supply all your need according to His riches and glory by Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:6-7. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Matthew 6:24-34. You can't worship two gods at once. Loving one God, you'll end up hating the other. Adoration of one feeds contempt for the other. You can't worship God and money both. If you decide for God, living a life of God worship, it follows that you don't fuss about what is on the table at mealtimes or whether the clothes in your closet are in fashion. Matthew 6:24-34. You can't worship two gods at once. Loving one God, you'll end up hating the other. Adoration of one feeds contempt for the other. You can't worship God and money both. If you decide for God, living a life of God worship, it follows that you don't fuss about what is on the table at mealtimes or whether the clothes in your closet are in fashion. There is far more to your life than the food you put in your stomach, more to your outer appearance than the clothes you hang on your body. Look at the birds of the air, free and unfettered, not tied down to a job description, careless in the care of God. And you count far more to Him than birds. Has anyone, by fussing in front of the mirror, ever gotten taller by so much as an inch? All this time and money wasted on fashion. Do you think it makes that much of a difference? Instead of looking at the fashions, walk out into the fields and look at the wildflowers. They neither primp or shop, but have you ever seen such color and design quite like it? The 10 best dressed men and women in the country look shabby alongside them. If God gives such attention to the appearance of wildflowers, much of which are never even seen, don't you think He will attend to you, take pride in you, do His best for you? What I'm trying to do here is to get you to relax, not to be so preoccupied with getting, so you can respond to God's giving. People who don't know God and the way He works fusses over these things, but you know both God and how He works. Steep your life in God reality, God initiative, God provisions. Don't worry about missing out. You'll find all your everyday human concerns will be met. Give your entire attention to what God is doing right now, and don't get worked up about what may or may not happen tomorrow. God will help you deal with whatever hard times comes up when the time comes. 1 Corinthians 14:33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints.